I'm very excited to have my next guest join us, a very talented artist who just dropped his debut EP, The Evil in Which We Thrive, the one and only SXMPRA. Dude,
What is up?
nice to meet you. Thank you so much for doing this.
No problem, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm, I guess, a little bit more in the comfortable confines of my studio home here, what have you. You're in the car.
Yeah, I was out getting some burger ingredients because I'm about to cook some lunch.
Nice, nice. By the way, happy belated birthday. We're doing this a couple days after your birthday here.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate it.
What was the celebration like? How old are you now?
I'm 23 now, so I had two celebrations. I had one in LA because it was like the night of our first show on tour, and then I came back and like had my celebration in New Zealand with all my friends.
It's a big deal to turn 21 here in the States. So you turn 21 and 22 while in this quasi-pandemic mode, and now you're 23. Do you feel free? Like, how does 23 feel? Do you feel like you're 21?
Yeah, yeah, I suppose. Well, I feel like I'm no older than 14. Like I I feel like I haven't aged mentally really, but 23 is good. It's good to be able to go to America and be able to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
The first time I went over to the States, I was like 18, so I was a bit restricted in that regard.
You have a very interesting background with regards to your musical upbringing and what you were exposed to and what you found on your own. Your parents were rock and roll people. They were into AC/DC and Metallica. And as you grew up, you started to explore and learned about other artists as well. What is the prevailing theme of it all with the influences? Is it just the in your face, I don't care attitude, or explain what really resonated that you are carrying the torch for, so to speak?
I think it's more so just the aggression and pace. I think I've always been into just like fast stuff. I've got like ADHD, so just everything's just fast, 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 fast for me. So yeah, I've always been into fast music. I just sort of got my, but yeah, mainly just like I love like the in your face aggression. That's just something that I've just carried with me from my childhood, I guess. Um, and I'd say that is probably like the prevailing like influence.
And the sound that you make has been, I don't know who came up with this, is categorized as funk. Uh,
Yeah,
with trap, you got new metal, you got horrorcore in there. 3 6 Mafia and that Memphis rap sound is kind of the core of it all. Was
yeah.
that something that you learned about later on, or did you stumble upon that through the internet?
Through the internet, yeah, that was something that I learned just later on. I found myself researching backwards. Because yeah, I heard the genre and I was like, man, what is this? And I was like trying to, put my finger on what it was, and then I sort of like found one person and it just branched into this like this tree of influence. And I sort of made my way back to those like 3 6 Mafia, Tommy Wright, the third days where they were creating the
Mm.
sound so that was so ahead of its time. And yeah, then you have the era after that of that early SoundCloud era where we got like DJ Smokey and Mr. Cisco and all these dudes that are creating this like this crazy which is like pretty much the original funk, where it's got like these like jazz samples and these crazy drums, and then you got the darker side of it. And I've sort of just like taken all that influence from all the way down the tree and tried to like boil it up into this one sort of sound.
Mm.
Um, but I'm exploring a whole bunch of different types of funk, and I have been from like 2019.
With what you were raised on in terms of Metallica and AC/DC, did that inspire you to pick up a guitar and try to shred as hard as they do?
No, I've tried to learn a couple of times, but I was never any good at guitar. I was playing drums for a little bit when I was younger. But yeah, other than that, I never even intended, like I never set out to be a musician from like a young age.
Mm.
I just figured out that I could do it when I was like 18, and the rest is history, I guess.
What about now? Now that you have been able to create the music, put it out there, see the feedback, does that inspire you to explore picking up a guitar or other instrument?
Yeah, I've thought about it a couple of times, mainly for the reason that I would be able to make my own samples rather than like having to find them. Um, because I can make my own samples, I guess on VSTs and all that sort of stuff, but it really doesn't compare to the actual raw sound of an actual instrument, and it's like humanized. And I think that is probably the most appealing part to me of learning an instrument. And I think in the future I will definitely um, go out of my way to pick up an instrument and learn it. But right now, I guess I feel like I've got no time for it.
This EP only has a handful of songs, and I know that a lot of people are just clamoring for more. Is there more that is down, the pipe here in 2023 that we can expect? What are the plans?
Oh, yeah, I got crazy stuff on the way. There's a couple of things I can't say too much on, but they're very like pivotal things for my career. Um, and yeah, we've got some stuff in the pipeline for sure. I'm looking at making a new tape, um, that's just self-produced, and it's in that old '90s Memphis sort of style, like dark horror stuff. And I was
Hmm.
thinking about making like a series of videos, and featuring a bunch of artists on it, some of my favorite artists, and creating these 80s like cheesy slasher type music videos that tell a different story every time, and just have it as like this cool little compact cohesive project that yeah, tells a bunch of stories and has a bunch of cool artists on it, and it gives people that sound that they've been looking for, and the sound that they miss.
That's really cool. I think that's something that we've been missing for a while, kind of like these short stories accompanied by the songs that an
Yeah.
artist creates. In a way, like the Thriller video that Michael Jackson did.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, so that's a good example that I want to. Yeah, I'd definitely compare it to. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's I've always wanted to do. That's like my film background speaking, I guess. Working on something that's cohesive like that, and it's like a full bodied, but also a bite sized project.
Do you think that you'll be acting in these videos as well?
Oh, definitely, I'd love to.
That would be fun to see.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting the other artists to like jump in as well, and like creating these characters out of us, and yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
When you say a pivotal moment in your career, in what regards? Is it growth in sound? Is it well, I'm not even going to pontificate. I'll let you give some
It's
hints.
like for me, it's just very full circle. There's like an artist that I've been listening to since I was like 17. Like I was bumping him on a Yui Boom on the way to the waterhole in New Zealand,
Mhm.
before I even thought about starting music. So it's yeah, well, I've got a song in with this person, and it's just like it's kind of life changing for me.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
so,
You living out your childhood dreams here.
yeah, exactly. It's just like I've worked my way from the very very bottom, and I've made it to this point, which is like, yeah, I guess I would say that's pretty pivotal for me.
Well, this is just the beginning, so we've got more in store for us to look forward to, especially here in the States. So, congratulations on all the attention that you're getting so far, and we're really looking forward to what you have coming up.
Thank you, I appreciate it.